Good morning again. On January 6th, we will celebrate the season of Epiphany. It is a time when we retell the story of the wise men that you just heard, leaving the stable where Jesus was born and taking the light of Christ out into the world. Notice, it wasn't tall men, wasn't short men, wasn't large men or small men. It was wise men. It was a new wisdom that was taken out into the world. What does that light look like? What do wise men and wise women need to know about this light and what the season of Epiphany is all about? There was a popular musical way back in 1929. Its title and theme was Putting on the Ritz. The musical was about putting on your best clothes, like you do for special dress day, and having your very best behavior. It was called such because the best hotel at the time was the Ritz Hotel, which is still in existence today, because it was synonymous with excellence and good taste. The downside of staying at the Ritz-Carlton, which is the way it is referred to today, is that it is very, very expensive. I've stayed in several of them when I am doing weddings, and most recently I stayed in one in Naples, Florida. Putting issues of classism aside, which means who has access to something, I think that we can learn something from the Ritz experience. I was reflecting on what we could learn with a friend, and she agreed with my observation and shared in it. Remember, what I want you to think about this year is how you may only be one person in the world, but you may be the whole world to one person. And you be the change that you want to see in the world. From the moment you enter the Ritz Hotel until you leave, you feel as though you are the focus of all the staff's attention. And I am reminded of Jesus' saying, if a person asks you for your coat, give them your cloak, which means undergarment as well. When you ask for something at the Ritz, the person on the other side of the exchange always gives you what you need and then usually takes it one step further. For example, I asked for a running route as I was totally unfamiliar with the area. So the person at the desk gave me a small runner's map that you could put in the palm of your hand so that you could figure out where you were going. The difference here is the person also walked me to the front door and gave me various directions so I wouldn't get lost even in the beginning. And when I returned and coming up the main drive, I saw this individual coming out the front doors, and he handed me a bottle of water. One did not get the feeling that we were being spoiled, as much as the people who work there make you feel as though you are a valuable person. And they do it with an authentic and natural style and attitude, esse quam videre, to be rather than to seem to be. It seems as though the staff is chosen first and foremost for their ability to treat other people with respect. Their accounting, their management skills seem to be secondary. there is an interesting phenomenon that occurs. The respect is contagious. It permeates the culture of the place. The question, how can I help you, takes on new meaning. What happens is the guests treat one another with respect, with even that promoter of bad behavior, alcohol, present. There's no boorish or unsavory behavior. If you want to experience a local version of this kind of going the extra mile, just go to a Whole Foods store. I do know that we have some Wegmans fans here in the congregation. But go to a Whole Foods store and ask someone where something is located. More often than not, they will tell you where it's located, but also they will usually say, can I walk you to that aisle and show you where it is? One of my sons is in management and administration with Whole Foods, and during these tough economic times and record unemployment, he will frequently interview PhDs, MBAs, and most recently an architect with a master's degree for a position in the company. As he has told me, the question that he is thinking about is, how will this person respect and honor the customer? That comes first. And everything else, including the degrees, are a distant second in shaping this Whole Foods culture and going the extra mile. I will often say that you, and I had an opportunity to say it many times over the break, that you are the most polite and poised people that I know. You are quick to say please and thank you. And I can't think of a single time when I asked you to do something that you haven't done it with a great attitude. You are creating the Episcopal Academy culture each and every day. I want to give you an example of someone who did that all the time here at Episcopal. I don't want us to forget about him. When you think of our plant operations, secretarial staff, cleaning staff, dining room staff, and faculty and administration, we hope that you can usually find this attitude as well. And I would hope that we could find it in you students. The person that I think that we should look to in order to live out Jesus' words, if they ask for your coat, give them your cloak as well, is our former day porter, Amir Hussein, who oversaw the cleaning crew, very present here in our school, but his personal responsibility was here in the chapel. Amir regarded this chapel as his pride and joy. He made each day very special for me, and I'm sure for many of you. Let me give you an impressive word that you can use with others, and who knows, you may see it on the SATs. The word is supererogation. It means to go above and beyond the call of duty. Whenever I asked Amir to do something, he always did it with a gracious spirit and a desire to do his very best work. He did more than he was asked to do. But it wasn't only what he did, it was the way that he did it. He took so much pride in his work, and he always treated others with respect. I can't, in my wildest imagination, imagine Amir leaving some kind of trash on a dining room table. I can't imagine him not opening a door for another. And I can't imagine him treating someone as though they were his immediate inferior. There was a night in the spring when I came into the chapel to go to the office, and I spotted Amir not being able to function. He was literally lying down. The shoe was on the other foot, and Amir needed help. He needed to leave Episcopal because of health reasons. He has gotten the help that he needed. He is now on kidney dialysis 3 days a week for 3.5 hours each day. I talked to him right before the Christmas break, and he said that he regarded us, you and me, as his family. And he wanted me to make sure that I said hello for him and everything that you meant and mean to him. For those of you who know the song, the Hotel California, you hear the words, you can check out, but you can never leave. That is pretty descriptive of our school. I would like to think that one of our signature strengths as the Episcopal Academy is that we never forget about you. I think that's one of the most important feelings than any of us could have about our school. Putting on the Ritz, Jesus' words, if anyone takes your coat, give them your cloak as well. We need to learn from those around us who go above and beyond the call of duty each and every day. But let's continue to notice that behavior in our students, in you, in faculty, administration, and staff. And when we are the recipient of that kind of gesture, let's remember the most important 2 words in a nurturing culture. And those words are, thank you. These words build the whole culture of excellence. They also point to a community that actually takes the light of the babe in the manger and takes that light into the world. Epiphany can be best described by our chapel theme. You be the change that you want to see in the world. And that change can take the form of going the extra mile. And that's a good part of what the season means. Wise men, wise women, developing a culture of caring for one another inside our school, but also in the places beyond. So let me say to you, thank you.